Hi everybody, it's Boris from Woodlives, and it's been quite a few weeks since I've recorded the last video, and the reason is just because I'm very busy. So I'm just on the allotment now, and I thought I'm gonna show you around. Very quick video. I'm recording from my hands obviously, but anyway, the content is going to be the same. It is mid-December, we had frost last night, it's really getting cold and nature is preparing for hibernation. And this is how the allotment looks now. Okay, so no more flowers, no more vegetation. Everything is getting quiet. And obviously it is winter time. So everything is exactly as it should be. In this bed I had courgettes last season, so I still have to invest some time to manage this bed, and all I have to do is just put some mulch on top. As you can see, the old courgettes are already gone. They are becoming compost themselves. So all I have to do in this bed is just apply mulch on top. I don't even have to weed, I don't even have to clean the bed, just mulch it. Now I had some tragedies here, and you might ask, what happens with the seeds? Will they germinate? And the answer is no, because the mulch will be thick enough, which will prevent seeds from growing. So this is the main rule. If you've seen my previous videos, it's all about sufficient thickness of the mulch. These are old cosmos plants, and all I have to do with them is just chop them into small pieces and put them on the mulch. This is root stout method. It's really sufficient method because it reduces the amount of work on absolute minimum. So the old plot is covered with hay. I also introduced any materials that are safe for the soil, and all I have to be careful about is whether the plant that I want to introduce in the mulch is allelopathic, which means that it might contain some chemicals which will prevent other plants from growing. And typical examples are oak, walnut, conifers, etc. They are very aggressive plants and they won't allow other plants to grow around them. But that's the way it is. Okay, so if I'm completely honest, I only have another few hours of work before the spring. I have to take these poles out, I have to cut these dead plants, annuals, but nothing will happen even if I don't cut them. If I just leave everything as it is, the new vegetation will regerminate next season, and all these dead plants will just eventually fall down. So again, this is really sufficient way of gardening. This allotment is based in Cardiff in South Wales, and this is my end of third season deep mulching. 3 years ago I was quite concerned about slugs, but if I'm completely honest, I have no any concerns. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I have no any concerns about the slugs so far. In the early spring I will put a little bit more effort to manage the slugs. I will just put beer traps and I will collect them as much as I can. Slugs will be different video, probably in the springtime, but just a few facts. If you are deep mulching, the slugs will not dig inside of the soil. If you move the mulch, now it's all frozen, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. If you move the mulch, you can see a lot of wildlife. But basically what I want to say is the slugs will stay in between the mulch and the soil, which again means you can simply just collect them. during the day, which you can't do if you don't mulch. They will dig inside of the soil and you'll have to wait for the dark to come out with a torch. So all this is all cosmos, this is all mulch, free biomaterials, everything goes back to the soil. I do not have composting heap on this plot. The plot is around 125 square meters, and everything goes back to the soil, except the brambles. I do have a few roots along the edge, and I can simply just cut them and put them on a side somewhere so I know where they are. The only reason is I don't want to cut myself, because I do touch mulch with my bare hands. Raspberries are really easy to manage using this method. All we have to do is cut the old stems in the springtime, cut them into small pieces, put them down on the mulch, and add more biomaterials. You can go really high, a foot, 30 centimeters, which means the soil below will always stay humid and the weeds won't have a chance. I still have a few bales of hay here, because I also have to prepare another few locations on this garden for the winter, such as the beds. These are leeks, they need a little bit of weeding, which will be done in early spring. I'm not in a rush, I don't stress out. The main purpose of gardening for me is to create and enjoy. Swiss chard and spinach, they are biennials, which means that they will go to seeds next year. I'll still have a few crops in the early spring, so that's why I keep them. So again, all these dead leaves, they become mulch themselves. There is no waste on this plot. I have some nice celeriacs here. They're quite big, but the soil is frozen, so I can't pick them up now. I also have some Jerusalem artichokes. Again, everything is frozen, so I'll just leave it as it is. Right, so I think that's it for today, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.